So I'm working right now. I'm making a cool hoodie. Trying to. Anyway, I was talking with um my brother Taj, my brother Logan about a situation that just unfolded. Um, I'm trying to get a hold and trying because she's so angry and bitter and whatnot. I'm trying to get a hold of the lawyer office or whatever it is really that she's going through, and she's given me some pretty good insight as far as what was said to her and why these things were filed. And I was like, well, first off, that is ridiculous. But more or less, not even more or less, what I said was because you have to be professional. I understand that you can't give me like personal advice as far as what to do. So what would be the best course of action? How should I respond to this? But be professional about it. Keep doing what you're doing. And she blew up. The lawyer firm thing, this thing that's they have going on, blew up. They started getting angry, and they're not even angry. They were like, "Excuse me, well, maybe this is why they don't want to talk to you." And this. And I was like, "Are you serious right now? Are you like absolutely for real? This is really happening? I can't believe that." So I basically, they blocked my email too. Oh my gosh! And I looked into. I'll literally share these like conversations, the emails back and forth. It is unreal. But yeah, I had a different email, and I contacted the same email back, and I was like, "Yo," that's paraphrasing. I didn't actually say that, but I was like, "This is obviously a misunderstanding. I did not intend this to be a personal attack on you," and I clarified the statement as best as I could because I was transparent in the first one and transparent in the next one. I don't know, man. I just everybody seems to be so mad and provoked at me. Word. On top of that, people at work say that I complain too much, even though they need us to report everything. As far as my concern of safety out there on the floor and people being absolutely ridiculous and running under the forks and all this and that, but nah, Ethan complains too much. Ethan is Bro, I don't even know. I can't catch a break. And on top of that, I don't smoke, so I'm trying to not be angry and lash out. And man, I'm telling you, I just can't catch a break. Um, I'm not knocking on wood or anything like that. I feel like banging, I feel like hitting something. Um, I had a verse that goes with that. Basically, um, in the last video, I had made a statement on you will know my followers by their fruits. Statement. I had brought up the topic that you will know my followers by their fruits. Jesus says that you will know them by their fruits. You will know them by the way they speak, the way they act, the way they respond. You will know them because they stand out apart from everybody else. So as far as people who are claiming to be Christian, go out and test them. It says to try the spirits, to test the spirits. And then the spirits of the fruit, if they're long suffering. If people have little to no patience, I'll do you one better. People who have patience and no patience, it is a huge gap. Either you have patience, you have a lot of patience, even on a bad day. People who are like intellectually mature and all that stuff have patience. They have a lot. And then there's people who have little patience who give they just give nothing. They have little to no patience at all, and there's a huge gap between those people. And I would argue, yeah, it probably depends on the situation more or less. But try the spirits. If they're loving, if they're graceful, if they're kind, if joyful, if they're full of joy, if they're just negative all the time and I hate this job, I don't like it, always complaining and crying and this and that, probably not a very graceful, not a very joyful person. Despite God waking them up that day, that's cool too. or they have the winning. We're winning, me and my new boyfriend, and all this and this and this, and we're doing so good in that. The Bible says one husband, one wife. So yeah, you're winning in the flesh, but you're not winning in the kingdom. Do you one better? Not even do you one better. I'm just beyond frustrated at people who say they're for Christ and they don't. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't represent him very well. They say they're for it, but they everything that they do. Because so here's the thing. Because you say you represent Christ, you need to understand that you're already a target from the devil and his minions. You are you're schemed against, schemed on, schemed. You know, there's all these things are going to come against you, and God is going to hold you to every word. That's what He also says. It's better to vow a vow. It's better not to vow anything because God holds you to your word. He says that if you vow a vow, God's going to hold you to what you said. That's why marriage is so important. What consummates a marriage is a vow, a witness, and technically the physical side of it. But ultimately, a paper doesn't have any. That just makes everything easier as far as, I don't know, filing things or whatever. But it's very raw. Test the spirits.